On Throwback Thursday, a lesson in editorial judgment. Why would Americans care about something that happened in Canada? Like, why would ancient Romans care about something that happened in Londinium? Not much, not likely. So when the U.S. ambassador made a speech criticizing Canada's defense policy, I knew I had an item that the Americans would listen to. Fed it down to the RKO radio networks under the name Mike Richards because I was reading the national news at CBC at the time, and I didn't want them to know I was moonlighting. This is the raw feed, including questions that the anchor would ask the tape of me to sound like it was a live report.
Item 1, possible intro. America's ambassador to Canada has given Canadians a tongue-lashing over their defense policy. Mike Richards reports it was a Reagan-style speech about Soviet aggression. In 3, 2, 1. The ambassador, Paul Robinson, told us that Canada has little awareness that the Soviet Union is out to dominate the world. Says that's why Canada contributes less to NATO than any other country. Mr. Robinson says if things don't change, the Soviet superiority over NATO may lead to a confrontation. He then took a kick at the peace movement, but said it'll only be a matter of time before Canada becomes aware of the threat of communism. I'm Mike Richards in Toronto. Question 1. Why doesn't Canada spend more money on defense? Well, we have a professional volunteer army, but it's small and hopelessly under-equipped. It has really declined under Prime Minister Trudeau. Why isn't there a big concern over communism in Canada? Even though we border on the Soviet Union over the pole, I think Canadians rely on the balance of power with America. In fact, our first line of defense in the north is a small group of Inuit and Eskimo who just keep an eye out for trouble, part-time. Now, an actuality of Robinson's speech held in Winnipeg begins there certainly, it runs 13 seconds, and the out cue is, it could happen, in 3, 2, 1.
They're certainly out for world domination. I don't think there's the slightest question about that. They might challenge us at some point, and we'd be forced to fight with what we had. They might challenge us. I think it's reasonable to assume that that could happen.